Did you know that Viridi designed all of our troops? Compared to all the other gods in the Kid Icarus universe, almost all of the monsters in the forces of nature were the result of a weird accident or experiment conducted by the goddess of an attempt to create a new faction for her army. They all have origin correlated to plants, bugs, rocks, mud or fungi. They all share common characteristics like simple shapes, yellow and blinking eyes, and Viridi even calls them her children. Freaking weirdo. And then we have a look at their commanders, and while two of them are clearly not on the same boat as the other nature monsters, probably being allies that were only recruited later in the goddess' career, Cragalanche feels like one of the OG companions of the forces of nature. Being the result of giving a soul to an ancient boulder, it got similarities with not only the Rockman enemy from the original Kid Icarus, but also the Golem, a mythical construct whose main goal is the protection and servitude of its creator. He has a funny weird name like most of the other troops, and apparently the goddess takes direct care of him, either looking at him when he trains or commenting on how he should have patched his exposed weak point. If Viridi had a Pokemon team, Cragalanche would have been her Haze, who falls into the front line like a meteor with his sturdy defenses and minor hints of rock bending. This is all well and good, but there is one detail that is pretty puzzling. All of Viridi's children have a common trait of yellow piercing eyes that symbolize them belonging to the ranks of the forces of nature. So it is kinda bizarre that Cragalanche, the actual commander of all of them, has his eyes being of a different color. One can speculate that this is because the actual core of the creature has this red coloration, and so his eyes are also red by osmosis, but it still strikes as an odd difference. And I do actually have a silly little theory regarding this. Cragalanche's idle description states how the golem spent years developing a will of its own, which is a weird sentence to put there, almost as if this is not something in common with the other troops. And maybe this red coloration is a subtle hint about this wig change he works so hard to make. After all this year of training and servitude, is not just a sentient but mindless creature only focused on following orders from the goddess, but he is his own character, with its own personal dreams and beliefs, which despite having the possibility to go where he wants or do what he wants, he still decided to stay next to his mother, something that speaks volumes about the faith he has for his goddess. While Cragalanche is not the most complex or interesting character out of all the Kid Icarus cast, he still is a fundamental aspect in Viridi's army and is the perfect way to showcase the faith someone can have for someone without even speaking a word.